Here with Mulerider head football coach Mike McCarty. And Coach, entering week 3, you're 2-0, coming off a big home win this past Saturday inside Wilkins Stadium. Before we get into that, talk a little bit about the atmosphere. You know, the pregame, during the game. It was your first time on the sidelines at Wilkins Stadium in an official game. Talk a little bit about that experience.
Well, it was, for me, being the first time, it was wow. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. The people were really supportive. The tailgate area was really neat. We walked through there. It was great to see everybody getting an opportunity to get out and enjoy a football game and a beautiful Saturday afternoon. And then the fans in the stands were terrific. They got loud when they were supposed to get loud and did a nice job of supporting us. And there were a lot of people there, and it was great to see. I think everybody was almost a breath of fresh air that we could able just to be outside and go do what we love to do, and that's play football. And obviously the people there enjoyed watching.
Coach, looking at last Saturday's victory, I know you told Dan Gregory on the radio post-game that there were some things you needed to clean up, some areas that you wanted to get better at. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the season's young. But talk a little bit about the resiliency of your team. You've got a young squad. It was back-and-forth action, and then they kind of erupted there in the fourth quarter with 21 points.
Yeah, one of the things that we talk about constantly is you have to, especially in conference play, where opponents are going to give you their A game as best they can every week. And so you're going to get, every week has a different scenario. One week it's, you have to defend the pass a little more, and one week you got to defend the run a little more. Some weeks, they're very blitz-oriented on defense. Some weeks they're not. So every week's got a different scenario. I think when people, when you watch a football game, it always evolves. And even the national champion has a game they, had to sneak out, if not more than one. So, it's just the nature of the beast. The emotional level that it takes to play every Saturday at your best is hard to maintain, and we've worked hard to try to teach them how to compete for 60 minutes. The game was, I felt like we performed all right. We just gave up a few too many big plays in the passing game, on defense. And then on offense, we punted a few extra times that we shouldn't have. We didn't execute a couple plays that I think we could have a little bit better. And, then special teams, I think we were pretty solid there, but this week's a whole new challenge on all those fronts. So, we just try to improve on the things that we showed that we weren't as good at, and we will improve on them, and then hopefully we don't find too many more.
And, Coach, moving ahead, looking into this weekend's matchup, it's Family Day. Obviously, it's a big matchup. It's Harding. They're coming in receiving votes in the top 25. And you talk about different scenarios. Obviously, this is one that when you look at the schedule, they kind of stick out just because of the way they operate offensively.
Sure.
But in this conference, everyone's a big one because it's all conference play. So talk a little bit about the preparation for Harding. I know you don't want to give away anything on the game plan, but talk a little bit about how the guys have responded and how the prep has went this week getting ready for the Bison.
It's gone well. One of the things that we do is when you play a unique offense like that, you spend extra time in camp and some other areas of your practice time to give you a chance to be prepared for that. Obviously, we didn't scrimmage Mississippi College on accident in the spring. They're a triple option team as well. So felt like exposing our defense to those types of things because we don't present that as our offense to our defense. So to give them the best opportunity, and since Harding's such a good program, we felt it was worthwhile to spend that time. So we anticipate they've bought into the game plan, and hopefully we'll be able to execute well enough to slow them down a little. You don't stop them, you just try to slow them down.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, Family Day, a lot of festivities going on. Kickoffs at 6 p.m. We look forward to seeing you on the sidelines again. Best of luck.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I can't wait to do it. One of the neat things about the opportunity to be the head coach here is the amount of support that we get on and off the field, and we look forward to trying to present an image to this university that's positive, and we're working hard to do that.
Should be a fun one, Coach.